the future, there is stuff. Stuff we don't have right now. There is a system similar or completely different from what we have currently. Led by a government, a corporation, or an order. And there's a new technology that will change everything. And it will all blow your freaking mind. These are the top 10 creative sci-fi futures in movies. Now the guidelines to this list are as follows. No space. No post-apocalyptic. No time travel. And lastly, no animated movies. So sorry, Star Wars and Terminator fans, they will have to wait for another list.
Once again, I'm Tony Blood, and this is Film Talk.
Film Talk.
Number 10. Virtuosity, starring Denzel Washington. In this future, a programmer comes up with a great idea to combine a VR training program with an AI avatar that has the behavioral traits of hundreds of well-known serial killers.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Needless to say, it gets deadly. This, of course, does not prevent the programmer from conning his way into bringing his VR monster into the real world. It doesn't take long for the 50 terabyte SID 6.7 program played by Russell Crowe to go on a killing spree for the hell of it.
Fellow America, the hell? Welcome.
What's happening out there?
Now! To Death TV.
The only one who stands a chance of taking him down is Lieutenant Parker Barnes, played by Denzel Washington. Barnes would stop at nothing to bring this rogue software down. This film puts a new twist on the classic monster created by a mad scientist story by giving it a futuristic twist and infusing it with the man relentlessly bent on revenge story.
I am the future. And you're losing your sense of humor.
Number 9. Ultraviolet, starring Mila Jovovich. In 2078, it has been years since a blood-borne virus with vampire-like symptoms called hemophage has spread. A corporate medical group is in control and seeks to exterminate every last hemophage, but an infected woman named Violet, played by Mila Jovovich, stands in their way. Ultraviolet displays some stunning visual effects, architectural symmetry, and an extensive, vivid color palette. The martial arts and gunfights are executed swiftly with entertaining results. Overall, this film begs the question, how much power should we allow pharmaceutical and medical corporations to have? Number 8. Judge Dredd in Dredd, starring Sylvester Stallone and Carl Urban. In the 2080s, much of the Earth has become an irradiated desert wasteland called the Cursed Earth. Much of the population now lives in densely populated megacities. Due to the high crime rate, law enforcement and the legal system have merged into judges. Judge Dredd dishes out the law relentlessly with his futuristic voice-controlled lawgiver biometric handgun that fires an array of different types of ammunition.
I heard you, hot shot.
What?
I said, hot shot.
He unflinchingly goes head-to-head with murderous drug dealers, cyborg cannibals, clones, and an ABC warrior combat robot. The Judge Dredd films show a gritty world just barely able to keep itself together between the high crime rate of the megacities and the harsh, toxic wasteland. It is a brutal world, and the 2012 Dredd is much more thorough at getting that message across than its predecessor. But there are still plenty of high-octane moments in the 1995 Judge Dredd. Overall, these films depict what life would be like when a futuristic population greatly outweighs its law enforcement and legal system.
Let me guess. Life. Death.
Number 7. Idiocracy, starring Luke Wilson. No one said the future had to be beautiful, and this is definitely in no way a pretty sight. In 2505, the world has gone dumb. When a soldier played by Luke Wilson volunteers for a military experiment, he is cryogenically frozen and forgotten for centuries. When he awakens, he finds that he is now the smartest man alive, which isn't saying
Sound
much.
like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart that you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded. What I do is just say, you know, you know what I mean? Like,
This is truly as dumb as the future gets. Idiocracy is a comedic depiction of an almost worst-case scenario if today's stupid people were allowed to continue to reproduce at a much higher rate than the intelligent. Although the graphics aren't the best, this futuristic satire still more than gets its point across. It is hilariously funny and kind of sad at the same time, seeing how our present reality keeps trying to turn this film into a documentary. Number 6. Demolition Man, starring Sylvester Stallone. LAPD Sergeant John Spartan and insane criminal Simon Phoenix are cryogenically frozen in 1996, only to be awakened in 2032. The future is a stark contrast from the gritty, dirty past. The society has turned into peaceful pacifists.
Oh, greetings. What seems to be your boggle?
My boggle? How much do you weigh?
Well, I happen to weigh 6.
This futuristic utopia is ill-equipped to handle the fierce brutality of Simon Phoenix's nerdist rampage. The only one that can stop him is Sergeant John Spartan, and even he has trouble adjusting to this new futuristic world.
What's wrong? He broke contact.
Contact? I didn't even touch you yet.
Demolition Man is a highly entertaining film with great action scenes, good comedy sprinkled in, and of course those classic action movie one-liners.
You're gonna regret this the rest of your life. Both seconds of it.
It also shows that even in a seemingly perfect, peaceful society, the impoverished are still forced to live in squalor. With the stark contrast between the peaceful future and the harsh past, this film makes the point that you can't be too brutal or too pacifist, but rather a little of both is an ideal society. Overall, this film did a great job at providing a future and even took the time to explain most of it, all except for those damn 3 seashells.
I'm happy that you're happy, but the place where you're supposed to have the toilet paper, you got this little shelf with 3 seashells on it.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
Rob Schneider, shut up.
I can see how that could be confusing.
I don't believe it.
Number 5. Blade Runner, starring Harrison Ford. In 2019, ex-police officer Rick Deckard's job as a Blade Runner is to retire or terminate replicants. Replicants are bioengineered beings that are very similar to humans but possess a great amount of strength, and 4 of them just illegally landed on Earth. So it is up to Deckard, played by Harrison Ford, to retire them in this neo-noir future Los Angeles. Blade Runner depicts a darkly lit world full of mystery and a surreal technological environment. This futuristic crime drama takes its time and allows the viewer to fully immerse themselves in 2019 Los Angeles. The depiction and variability of the odd replicants is enthralling and causes one to wonder what they were like before they went bad.
We're stupid and we'll die.
No, we won't.
When humankind creates artificial intelligence, there is truly no way of knowing what it will eventually produce.
We're so happy you found us.
Number 4. In Time, starring Justin Timberlake. In 2169, people don't age past the age of 25.
Allow me to introduce my mother-in-law, Clara, my wife, Michelle, and my daughter, Sylvia.
Sounds like a good future, except that once you turn 25, a clock in your wrist starts counting down to a year. Once the clock reaches 0, you die. Money has been replaced with time. The more time you have, the longer you can live. Naturally, while the wealthy have accumulated centuries of time, the impoverished have to struggle to stay alive from day to day. In Time is a film that is constantly building tension with its ticking clock of death. The scenes in this movie are stylish and artistic. The concept of switching money for time is essentially mirrored to our own, as we inevitably give up our own time for money in our present. It shines a light on the nature of capitalism and how the upper class has a significantly unfair advantage over the impoverished, who are unwilling slaves to time that is constantly slipping away from them.
You've hired more guards since I last saw you.
Thanks to you, I need them.
One too many.
Number 3. Equilibrium, starring Christian Bale. In 2072, a totalitarian government is in control and has made having the feels punishable by death. The Tetragrammaton Council requires all citizens to take daily injections of Protium-2 to suppress emotions and ensure obedience. John Preston, played by Christian Bale, is a high-ranking Grammaton cleric that exhibits strong gun fu and martial arts skills. The cleric's job is to put an end to all sense offense, but when John skips a dose, he finds that the urge to feel is too addicting to curb. Equilibrium creates a compelling world of contrasts. The suppressed citizens live in a meticulously designed metropolis, while the sense offenders choose to live in the tattered remnants of World War III.
Burn it.
This makes it clear that they would rather live in squalor and be free than to live in luxury and enslaved to their government, and they gladly risk death for it and regret nothing. Overall, this film poses the question, exactly how much freedom should we sacrifice to our government's control, if any? Number 2. Minority Report, starring Tom Cruise. The year is 2054, and the pre-crime police have made murder a thing of the past. Using precogs, 3 humans with the ability to see into the future, it allows them to stop murders before they happen. But is the system truly infallible? The system is put to the test when one of its own is seen as a murderer in its premonitions.
Goodbye, Crow.
Captain John Anderton, played by Tom Cruise, must try to clear his name before his time is up. Minority Report is visually stunning, thought-provoking, and full of intensity. Every minute that passes, Anderton comes closer and closer to either him being caught or to the moment he is forced to murder someone. This film leads one to question whether a future can really be predicted accurately 100% of the time, or will human interference inevitably lead to corruption of the system.
Thank you. I don't deserve that. I'm gonna try. No, you're the man. No.
Number 1. The Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves. In this final future, all initially seems normal. Aside from the occasional person bending space and time to beat up the local law enforcement, pretty normal. But all is not what it seems as a hacker named Neo, played by Keanu Reeves, is sought out by a secretive group.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
He finds that the world as he knows it is actually only a virtual world, and he and the rest of humanity are lying dormant, being used as batteries for the machines who now rule it. It essentially is a story of redemption for humankind to take back their world after one of their creations has seemingly took it over. At the time of its initial release, The Matrix was a groundbreaking film that amazed everyone with its great-looking graphics, compelling story, and complexity. These films feature religious undertones, unique characters, and a compelling story, and that is why The Matrix trilogy is our number 1 creative sci-fi feature in movie.
Holy shit!
Now, my action-adventure novel is still on sale on Amazon, Nook, and the iBook store. Check it out. I'll post a video about it at a later date. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos in the future. If you have an idea for any future lists, please let me know. And you can follow me at any of the social media links below this video. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Tony Blood, and this is Film Talk.
And repeat ultimatum in an even firmer tone of voice. Add the words, or else.
Simon Phoenix! Lie down on the ground, or else.
Man, don't let Surrey get your ass beat now.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you.